A new Inside California Politics poll shows 48% of likely voters will vote to keep Governor Newsom in office. That survey from Nexstar and Emerson College also found 43% say they will vote to recall, with 9% still undecided. Here now to break down those numbers and what they mean, and also a few lawsuits. Why not throw a few lawsuits surrounding the race? Attorney Wendy Patrick. Wendy, good morning.
Always a pleasure, Raul. Thank you.
All right, first and foremost, what do you make of those poll numbers that just came out?
I think they're changing in a direction that probably Gavin Newsom didn't anticipate. Remember at the beginning of our reporting, Raul, we were talking about how it was such a long shot. There was no way. There wasn't anybody of note on the campaign. Remember, recall elections traditionally, they attract a colorful cast of candidates, I usually call it. But now we're actually seeing some very serious contenders. And as far as the Republican side, there's something for everyone. You've got moderates, you've got conservatives. Now you have Larry Elder on the ballot. And there's just going to be a lot more competition than I think we banked for at the beginning, even if when it finally comes time next month or September 14th for the recall, when it finally comes time, maybe we forgot about the mask mandates and everything else. But I still now think those numbers are changing in an unanticipated direction.
Unanticipated is right, because I remember, as you mentioned a few weeks ago, a lot of the contenders, they were in the low single digits in terms of support. When it comes to those challengers, conservative talk show host Larry Elder will be on the ballot, leading the way significantly. Are you surprised by that, by the way, that he's leading over all GOP rivals at this point?
Well, I'm going to answer yes or no, typical lawyer answer. The no, I'll do that first. That's easier. He's got great name recognition and face recognition. He's on Fox. He's got his own radio show. He's one of my fellow hosts on KCBQ. So he's very well known. People have heard him. They resonate with some of the same ideas that he does. On the other hand, the reason he's back on the ballot is because a judge basically disagreed with the state. And remember, this was a battle over whether he substantially complied with filling out those tax documents. Interestingly, the judge up in Sacramento said he shouldn't have had to fill them out to begin with. That is more for a primary election, not a recall election. So it's fascinating to me legally, but time-wise, it just happened yesterday, which gives him plenty of time to campaign for the big day.
Can other candidates still get on the ballot? I know that, this is a recall election. The rules change. We're now on July 22nd. The recall election is September 14th. If I wanted to run, do I still have time?
Oh, well, I'll tell you, Raul, I'd have to, look at that a little more closely in terms of the qualifications. But I have to say there's a lot of people on the ballot right now. I think we're up to, I guess it would be 43 or 44, including Mr. Elder.
Yep.
But what we're looking at are people that really put their names in the mix a long time ago. And that's important, because if you are going to run, you need time to get it together. And we're already seeing lots of the big name candidates. Remember, we've got Kevin Faulconer, John Cox, others, Caitlyn Jenner, of course, let's not forget about that. But there's so much to talk about and so much to choose from that, yeah, anybody that was interested, I would hope, has already put their name in the mix and filled out all those forms to avoid the kind of court battles that Larry Elder just went through.
I'm curious, because we had former Mayor Kevin Faulconer here yesterday in studio. He sued trying to get the name retired mayor on the ballot. That did not work, so now he's going in as businessman educator. You mentioned name recognition, but we just saw in the poll, after all the campaigning he's been doing for the last several months, he's hovering around 4, 5, 6%.
That surprised me, Raul, because like Larry Elder, he has a big presence, both social media, regular television, radio, your studio. It for a little bit was, I think he's more conservative. He's more moderate than conservative. Larry Elder's very conservative. He is often very provocative in the things that he says. He gets a lot of news coverage. Sometimes the more provocative, the more coverage you get.
Yeah.
But in terms of the retired mayor designation, it was an interesting two sides to that argument that we heard from. On the one hand, obviously, you run for a term position because you're going to have to leave it at some point. On the other hand, former mayor would also be a good designation.
Of course.
But you are correct. Perhaps those numbers will rise, not only due to his name recognition, but just as people become more familiar with the cast of candidates on that ballot.
You know, you mentioned in terms of Kevin Faulconer that he's a moderate, and that might. But you know what? Ever since he left, announced that he was running for governor. He's kind of skewed in the opposite direction, which led me to believe, well, like who is he listening to in terms of was he going after this office as a moderate? Because it seemed like he was campaigning not as a moderate.
That's right, and that's what happens
and
when
does that
you
work?
have to. Well, you have to sort of strategize to the audience and
Sure.
distinguish yourself from the competitors. And what many of the candidates will do is they will espouse the beliefs that they do to distinguish themselves from other candidates. But you're also correct that voters are going to look at your track record over time.
Right.
So they'll look at what you're campaigning on today, and then they'll say, well, this is the views that somebody had, 5 years ago. But I also have to say views evolve all the time. That's why you can never impeach an expert witness while on the stand, because they'll just say, I've changed my mind. So too with political candidates. They're entitled to change their mind and sort of roll with signs of the times.
Yeah.
That's only going to make this more interesting to watch the world, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, somebody messaged me and they said that they didn't even recognize Kevin Faulconer from the guy who was the mayor for so many years versus the guy who's running for governor. They said, I don't recognize who this person is now because he seems like such a different candidate than the guy who was running San Diego.
Yeah, and he has an opportunity now. He's got a great public presence. He has an opportunity to distinguish himself the way he thinks he has to win this office. So he'll be able to talk about why he holds the views that he does, if they're different, why they're different, and he'll be able to gain the type of credibility that will enable him to win over some new voters and keep his base. So I know he's up for the challenge. I've been following his career for years.
Yes.
And we're going to just see that sort of shake itself out amidst all of the other characters that are doing the same thing, like Larry Elder, John Cox, Caitlyn Jenner, and everybody in between that we've been talking about who's on the ballot. You know what? If nothing else, it's going to drive people out to vote because they have so many options.
That's the key. I'll tell you what, we know we're going to see you again because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hedge my bets. Probably a couple more lawsuits before September.
You see me every week anyway, so we'll talk about one of the other lawsuits.
Wendy Patrick, we thank you and appreciate you as always.
Thanks, Raul.